May not reflect the opinions of WBTK, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Domestic violence, grief, sexual abuse, homelessness, drug addiction, promiscuity, hope for help, depression, business are just some of the subjects discussed today on Reclaiming My Life with the author of Amazon's #1 best-selling book, Reclaiming My Life. Here's television and radio host Claudia Massey.
Good day, beautiful people. I pray that everyone is well today, that you had a wonderful weekend. Let me tell you, today was one of those days that I had to say, girl, get up. Let me tell you, sickle cell is no joke. I thank God that I am not in a crisis, but I am feeling some of the effects of having sickle cell. So with that being said, I want to remind you all to please join me on April the 11th right here in Richmond, Virginia. That's April the 11th for the Girl Get Up Walk. Look, this movement is powerful. We are celebrating women who are battling autoimmune disease, chronic illness, and pain. Y'all, it's a free, did y'all hear me say free? It's a free community event. And you can register at girlgetupwalk.com. Look, I'm excited today because let me tell you, you know, women, and not only women, but men too, who are battling chronic illnesses, autoimmune diseases, and pain. A lot of that has to do with, of course, now we can't control sickle cell, lupus, and so forth and so on. But when we talk about arthritis, right, we know certain foods we eat can make this arthritis flare up. Today, y'all, look, on the Reclaiming My Life show, I have the beautiful Taurey Henson. She is a model. She's a gardener and self-taught chef, and she's going to give us some good nuggets today. Welcome to the Reclaiming My Life show, Taurey.
Thank you so much for having me on, Claudia. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're so very welcome. Look, I'm honored to have you on. Thank you. Yeah, so look, Taurey, first of all, congratulations on your book, Everyday Flexitarian, y'all. And let me tell you, it's a big book. For those of you who are joining me Facebook Live as well, y'all see this is a big book, okay? Congratulations, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, it's a first of its kind. It's a cookbook, lookbook. So you get to see all my modeling pictures. You get stories that I share about my life growing up, about why I love cooking so much. You get to see pictures of my garden and quotes that I found to be specifically inspirational.
Yes, y'all. You get all the things. I love this book. When I opened it, I was like, wow. You know, because I hate to say it, but we see little small books that can look like pamphlets. And let me tell y'all, you know, we're getting charged for it. And then I got this big book. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But look, Taurey, look, let's start with something simple like a salad, you know, which is right at the beginning of the book. You know, we talk about sometimes, you know, we're like, okay, I'm going to have a salad. But talk to us about dressing the salad when we think that we're doing such a good thing by eating a salad. But when we put that dressing on the salad.
When you put the dressing on the salad, that's the first thing that completely ruins all the good that you're trying to do with the salad. And actually the type of lettuce that you use too really dictates if you're getting the nutrition that your body needs. Like iceberg lettuce, I'm sorry if y'all like it, but it's got zero nutritional value. And actually it's not even worth the energy that your body takes to digest it. Choose a leafy green like a romaine, arugula. Spinach is a great option. They got the butter crunch lettuce. So let's start with your base. If you're getting a lettuce, you know, if it's green, you know, you're doing something good. Dressing a salad, I'm partial to the lemon and olive oil. I really enjoy that. But I've got tons of dressings in the book that are going to be not only healthy for your body, but they're going to be packed with flavor.
Wow. Let me tell you, and she definitely does, y'all, a lot of dressings. And I appreciate this tip because let me tell you, I'll be thinking, well, look, better than what I normally do when I eat a salad. But I love the ranch dressing, and I try to do better with like a vinaigrette. So I'm, very excited about looking at all of your dressings and doing much better than what I'm doing. So thank you for this.
Absolutely. It makes me feel so good that you find value in the cookbook because that's essentially what started it was letting people know that you can have good food that's healthy for your body and still flavorful and delicious.
Yes. Woo. Well, have y'all seen Taurey's body? Look, y'all, y'all better follow this book so we can get like Taurey here now. Look, so advice that you live by. Give us some of that. And I love about the drinking the water when you first wake up. And look, I'm learning. I am learning. And I did get 2 books because I'm going to give my friend a book. And look, we need more books, y'all. So look, I'm not going to buy the books because I got some friends, like we in a little group and we be talking about how we trying to do better with our health. We want to lose some weight. So I'm going to say, look, all of my friends, y'all need to get this book so we can do this together. So Taurey, if you would, the advice that you live by when we're talking about the water and the fruit that we eat.
So it's incredibly important. I mean, if you don't do anything else in the book, when you rise in the morning, get you a tall glass of water. When I say tall, I'm not talking about 8 ounces. I'm talking as if you can get 20 ounces in there, you are doing your body an incredible favor. When you sleep at night, your body is detoxing. It's working to repair yourself. So when you rise up in the morning, giving your body water will clear all that out. It brings water into your organs, and you will actually start to feel like once you do it, that you feel energized once that water gets into your body. It's habit from the Western culture that we do coffee or tea first thing in the morning, and that's only dehydrating your body even more, and it's not doing you any favors. Again, fruit, and I say this in my cookbook, fruit is a separate meal. Your body uses different enzymes to digest fruit than it does any other food group. Fruit needs to be separate. Stop mixing spinach and fruit in smoothies because that confuses the body. If you can do an apple, bananas, oranges are great. The vitamin C will help detox and clarify. And actually, it will jumpstart your metabolism. Because what I noticed as I got older was that you can't just eat anything that you want to at any time of the day. So one thing that I absolutely live by is intermittent fasting. And there's also a section on this in the cookbook. Intermittent fasting is a time that you do not eat. You can have water, but you don't consume food. And to jumpstart that, I would advise that, have your last meal at a certain time at night and then go as far into the daytime as you can without eating. Have your water, you can have your fruit, and let your body work. This will allow your body more time to heal. It will burn any existing calories that you've eaten the day before, and it helps jumpstart your metabolism. And that has been major keys in keeping my body the healthiest.
Wow. So Taurey, how long in the next day do you go, like far as you fasting? Would you say like noon, 2:00, 3:00?
So let's say if I do really good and I have my last meal around 7, then I'll probably wait until 11 the next day. I rise up and I have my water. There are days that I do a little concoction of olive oil, lemon, and cayenne pepper that helps clear your kidneys and your liver. And sometimes you might feel like, oh, I can't, I gotta have food. I gotta have food. If you feel like you need food, have food because you don't want to drop into a space where you have low blood sugar and you're passing out. But go as long as you can, because if you go from 8:00 at night to 8:00 in the morning, that's already 12 hours. That's a good fast.
Awesome. Look, yeah, I'm sitting here and let me tell you, I'm being educated. I love this. Thank you for this. Sorry. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes, one of your quotes in the book, your body isn't broken. It's asking for support. Nourishing it with balance, patience, and intention is an act of self-respect. My God, I put a stamp on that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Wow. Y'all, let me tell you, it's so many quotes throughout the book. It's so many recipes. What's one of your favorite recipes in the book, Tari?
So one of my favorite recipes is the Henson Caesar salad. It's just wholly from Maine, and you throw all the good stuff on, and I use my almost vegan Caesar dressing. Salads are one of my favorite meals. I could have a salad every single day and be just fine. I also like the split pea curry soup. It is a spin on your traditional split pea with the ham, but it's bursting with flavor. And I'm telling you, the fiber content, you are going to love this. And it's great for the whole family. It's something that we make, and you can have it in your refrigerator ready to eat.
Do you do any one-on-one coaching?
I am available. You can book me on my website, and I'm not 24 hours a day, so
Right.
be mindful, more of a 10 to 5 p.m. If you do need something outside that time window, you can email me at taureyhenson@gmail.com. My website is taureyhenson.com. And then you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and feel free to DM me. I'm open to answering questions because this is a passion of mine, showing people that you can eat healthy. Flexitarian doesn't mean restriction, like a vegan, vegetarian. We don't need labels. What you need is to be able to eat plant-forward foods, plant-based foods, and have the flexible option to eat meat, fish, or eggs to nourish your body the way it needs. It's about balance.
Yes. Key word, balance. Yes.
Balance.
Thank you. So look, do you have any upcoming book signings?
Yes, I will actually be in Charleston, South Carolina on March 14th from 10 to 5 p.m. at the Black Expo. And you guys got to get your tickets early because they go quick. This is such an incredible event. I'll be signing my books, taking pictures. So please, I want to see you guys there.
All right. Look, I'm excited about it. So let me ask you also, now you are a chef. So are you now accepting bookings for catering?
No,
But
I
Tari, that
am
would be
not.
so nice.
It would, and I've actually considered it. I am working on a cooking show right now. So until that, all the filming has been completed for that and it starts airing, I want to definitely focus on um, doing the filming, promoting my book, and teaching people. But I have definitely considered it for future.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let me ask you this. Look, I'm gonna get you one way or the other, Tari. So, have you thought about, here you saying teaching, and I must say, you and your husband, Darren, y'all are very humble, very humble. Thank you for that. When you're talking about teaching, have you considered doing any Zoom classes?
Yes, I'm actually getting ready to upload. There is an app called School, and it'll be just modules of classes that people can take at their own pace. And then later this summer, I'd like to do a mini summit over Zoom to kind of introduce people to what flexitarian is. There's a lot of questions that people have, and I want to be able to answer all of them so people really understand the concept of, we're not restricting ourselves. We're not saying I can't have that. We're saying, yes, I can have all of this. And you can learn how to eat in a balanced way that's really, really delicious. I have a 7-day flexitarian reset that it's a PDF, and you can kind of go through it for 7 days just to kickstart your journey into the flexitarian lifestyle.
All right, thank you for that. And if you
Absolutely.
would, Tari, please let our listeners know again how they can connect with you for all the things.
All the things. First off, I have a website. It's www.taureyhenson.com. There you can order my book, book me for one-on-ones. I am on Facebook and Instagram as I am Taurey I. Henson. You'll see me, all my hair's out. You can DM me, you can send me a message, you can comment on a post, and I will get back with you. Uh, I have a lot of DMs, so please understand it may take some time, but I work really hard to answer them within a 24 to 48 hour span.
Awesome. Awesome. Look, y'all have been listening today to the beautiful Taurey Henson. Please, y'all, go to her website. Purchase her book, Everyday Flexitarian Cookbook. Let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. It will better your life. Actually, buy two. Buy one for yourself and gift one, because you're going to be so excited about it and you're going to want to share the information with someone, but you're not going to want to. That's right. Yes, that part. I did get one for my best friend, but now I'm going to make her buy two so that she can gift them. Yes, my daughter, get two. Look, everybody get two. Okay, there you go, get two. Taurey, thank you so much for stopping by the Reclaiming My Life show today, because let me tell you, this cookbook is definitely going to help someone reclaim their health. You know, I say, yes, absolutely. I say all the time when people say, you know, I'm trying to reclaim my life, there are so many things that we're trying to reclaim from. So let me tell you, y'all, Everyday Flexitarian, I have already browsed through this book. There was so much I wanted to touch on. As I mentioned, it's a very big book, a lot of information. And let me tell you, it will help you reclaim your life. Thank you so much, Taurey. I love you. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you back. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Until next time, I love you all. I love you. I don't know what you're going through today, but trust God. Try God, and you will triumph with God, and you can reclaim your life. Be blessed.
You have just heard Reclaiming My Life with life coach and author Claudia Massey. To get your copy of Amazon's #1 best-selling book, Reclaiming My Life, visit www.contactclaudiamassey.com and tune in each Monday at 12 noon for Reclaiming My Life with television and radio host Claudia Massey on WBTK 1380.